What is going on, guys? My name is Brent, and in this tutorial we're going to be talking about pagination using AngularJS. So check this out. We got a bunch of dummy data in our ng repeat form here, and we can scroll through it. If we add another customer, we get another page of data with only one customer in it. And if you want to learn how to do this, stick with me. So a little catch up for those of you who haven't been following my tutorials. In order to do this, we're going to be using Angular Bootstrap. And Angular Bootstrap is Angular directives written for Bootstrap components. So you can get that at angular-ui.github.io/bootstrap. Or you just Google search it, much easier. Go ahead and download that, and then inside of your scripts here at the bottom of our index.ejs file, we're going to include that Bootstrap JS file. Also, inside of our application itself, we need to make sure that we are including ui.bootstrap as a dependency for our application. So in our last tutorial, we left off with something that looks like this. We have a list of customers, Bruce Wayne, Charles Manson, and a bunch of dummy data, and it's a pretty long list. What we're going to attempt to do in this is to filter this list so it only shows about 5 entries at any given time. To do that, if we look at our customer API partial page, we see that there is an ng repeat directive that says customer and customers, print out that column row. Now what we can do is create a new filter that just returns the first 5 elements from a given starting point. So let's go ahead and do that now. So a filter takes in some sort of input and returns some sort of output after it's edited that input. So if we go to our app.js file, we're going to create a new filter, and we're going to name it start from, and then it's going to have a function. And that function is going to return another function. So return function. The first parameter in this function is going to be the data that we're going to be editing or getting in from. In our case, it's going to be all of our customers. So if you can see here, it's going to get the customers array. So next is going to be a parameter that we're going to pass it, and we're going to call that start, okay? It's going to be the starting element that we want to return back to the user. Okay, so since our data is an array, all we're going to do is return our data with sliced at our start point. If you don't know what slice does, if you have an array of numbers like this, and you do slice at index 3, it would go 0, 1, 2, 3, and it would just return the array of 4, 5, 6. Okay, so as you can see here, we have our list of customers, and the first one is Bruce Wayne, and the second one is Charles Manson. So if we go here and we go to our partial page, we can apply our filter to our customers. So by adding a bar there, and then the name of our filter, start from, and then the parameter we're going to pass it is index 1, just for testing purposes. Let's save that, go ahead and reload our page, and now you can see that it's starting from Charles Manson, and Bruce Wayne is gone. Okay, but we're still showing more than our 5 customers that we want. But what we can do is add another filter called limit to, and then we can set that to 5, okay? And that will show only the first 5 customers from a given starting point. So now we got Charles Manson and 4 dummies. Okay, so now let's add pagination. So since we include Angular Bootstrap, we can have a new directive called pagination. So pagination, and then this takes some parameters here. The first parameter is total items, and we make that equal to our customers.length, our total amount of customers. The next one is the model, the ng model, that we are setting our pagination to. The page number is basically the model. So we're gonna say that is called current page, okay? And then the next one is the number of items on any given page. So it's actually items per page, and we're gonna set that to page size, And we're also going to set this to page size, and yeah, that'll be okay for now. And then I think that's it. That's all we need for our pagination. Now we need to go to our customer controller and set up our page size. You can see that I've already set it up actually. Scope.pageSize equals 5. So let's save that. So now if we go to our page and look at it, we can see now we have 3 buttons of pages here. We actually look like we have something that's pagination, but nothing is actually working. And that's because the filter that we created is only still starting at 1. So let's go ahead and change this, and we're gonna do a little math here. We're gonna take the current page from our ng model and subtract, current page, subtract 1 from it because it starts at 1 and we're at a 0 index, right? So we're gonna current page minus 1, and then we're gonna times that by our page size, and we're gonna save that. Now let's go ahead and refresh this. Oops, yeah, there we go. Okay, so now it's got Bruce Wayne, Charles Manson, 3 dummies. If we hit the next one, it continues to go, and then it gives our last dummy here. And of course, these are the previous and next are grayed out on the first and last pages respectively. So a couple little cleanup things for people who have been following all the tutorials. I've added a little trash can icon at the top of our list that executes a function, delete all, when clicked on it. Now, delete all is a function that calls our API with a delete with no parameters, which is basically doesn't filter anything out, so it deletes everything in our customer database. And if we refresh this here, you can see deleting all removes everything. And finally, I want to make sure that we set our scope.currentPage to 1 as soon as our controller is loaded, so our list knows exactly what page it's starting on, so it can give you the proper customers. So that's it for this tutorial. I think it was pretty quick and painless. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and post them below. I'm pretty good about getting back to everybody. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button below. And if you're feeling generous, check out my Patreon page. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.